The agenda is to cover the recruiting campaigns, candidate pools, recruiting agencies, and candidate referrals and geographical hierarchies. These are the topics that we will cover today. Okay, so different. These are the different sections of Oracle Recruiting Cloud as a part of implementation. Okay, so first we will see recruiting campaigns. So what are the recruiting campaigns? Recruiting campaigns are nothing but are some of the banners or are like fest or it's a part of job fair. Okay, so whenever there is a job fair in a company, so we can create some banner or some emails we can design and we can publish on the social media like LinkedIn or Naukri.com or any other portals that we use to promote our campaigns job fairs. Okay, so from this job fairs we can use bulk hiring and all, so we can just promote our bulk hiring, or we are hiring, we have started hiring from this date, or we have a bulk hiring, or we have a job fair on this date, whether it's a walk-in or whether it's an online interview, all the details will cover on that part. Okay,
Okay.
so first of all, we will set up a email marketing campaign. So let's see in the instance how it will work. Okay, so recruiting content library. We'll create one template. Category we will add campaign opt-in statement. Visibility will be internal, external. Test campaign statement. Okay. So what this checkbox will do, start on activation means it will start whenever we will activate on as of date. Okay, so content, this is the campaign email. Save and activate. Okay, it is done. So now add campaign opt-in the job application flow. Like we can add in the job, we can attach it in the job application flow. Okay, so when we create a job application flow, select the campaign opt-in in option to ask candidates if they agree to receive recruitment market communications. Okay, candidates. So basically, candidates do not have agreed to proceed with their job applications. So the campaign option appears with the short sentence like I showed you on the career portal. Remember, right? When we configure this checkbox, I agree to receive the market communication. So whenever they agree to that, they will start receiving the communications with regarding the job application, any job out fairs or any other information regarding those jobs based on their jobs category, the category that they have selected.
Okay.
Okay, so now we will set up an email marketing campaign. So once like on the candidate portal, once they agree to receive the information, this template that we have configured, this template will start getting triggered to their email address whenever there is an opening or a job fair related to this. Okay, now configure. Okay, so here we can configure mm, the campaign email. Okay, so just we will expand the campaign section. Okay, so email maximum retry count. Okay, so it means that whenever we are sending an campaign emails, okay, so it will try maximum count, like default value is 3. Okay, so by default, as you can see, 3 is given, so it will try to regenerate or resend the templates to the candidate maximum 3 times per candidate. Okay, if it is failed, then
Okay.
it will again retry. If it is failed, then again it will retry. Maximum 3 times it will try. Okay, so
Okay.
currently it is configured to 3, but we can change it to 5, 10, whatever your requirement.
Okay. Based upon the requirement, we can change.
Hmm. Now control the campaign audience, like we can set up an option to automatically exclude candidates from campaigns who are not recommended to rehire. Okay, so as you can see, there is a checkbox called don't send emails to candidates flags as don't hire. Okay, so when we terminate any employee, or when we create a candidate profile, so there is a flag called recommended hire or not. Okay, yes, no. So if it is no, then auto, if the yeah, if the recommended hire flag is no, then we can click on this checkbox, and system will automatically see whether this recommended for yes or no. If it is no, then automatically it will exclude from the recruiting campaigns by default. Okay, so we also have one option. Do not send emails to audience members who already received email in the last period. Okay, so 1 week, second, 2 weeks, and 1 month. So these three are the frequencies that we can select. Like first of all, first week. Okay, so if some members already received one email in the this week. Okay, so today is Saturday, like, so in Tuesday some people already received the emails, or Wednesday or Thursday they have received the emails. So from Monday, okay, so they will not get any emails. Okay, based on the frequency. Yeah, if I will select 2 weeks, so in the last 2 weeks, system will check if there is any email triggered to the peoples or not. So it will not send it again. Okay. So once that last 2 week is over, after that again it will send the email.
Okay.
So run schedule processes for campaign emails. So this is the process that we will run for for our campaigns to run. Okay, so I will show you in the further session, like how to schedule a processes for Oracle Recruiting Cloud. Okay, how to make a sync of those processes. So these schedule processes are used for campaigns. It is recommended to schedule these processes every 30 minutes. So 30 minutes is a frequency. So we have to, whenever we will set up the Oracle Recruiting Cloud, so we will schedule this process in the system, and will set this frequency as for every 30 minutes. So every 30 minutes one schedule process will run, and it will check for the system, like whosoever candidates are pending to trigger the notifications or for maximum retry count. So all these check boxes and the frequencies will be done whenever the schedule process will run. So we will set up it after every 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So now we will create one email template. So create campaign email template. So provided recruiter as selection of email templates so that they can create visually engaging emails for their email marketing campaigns. Okay. So we can create multiple templates. Based on those templates, when recruiter will create campaigns from the front end, so they will get the list of those templates and they can select whether which one to create for this campaign or which one to exclude the template for this campaign. Okay. So templates are available for each campaign type. There might be a different campaign types, so that is respond to request, refer job, apply to a job, like these are the campaigns. Okay, so when recruiter create a campaign, the email template appropriate to their campaign type is available for selection. Okay, whenever we will select the campaign type, automatically only those templates will come based on the campaign type selection. So recruiter can also use the email as is, like they can design editor or to personalize the content. Okay, so manage HTML templates. We'll click on all task. Click on manage email templates. Okay, we'll click on add name test templates, template type basic. Okay, so now user email template I have selected. Okay, this one. I have selected another one. All I can take, click on all, and the template is basic template I am using. There are by default there are three multi-column, blank and basic. Blank will be basically a blank template and we can create it from scratch. Basic are some Oracle data basic template, and multi-column is little bit complex, like little bit some fancy and all. Okay,
Okay.
so when you click on save, as you can see, an editor is opened on the second tab.
Okay.
So template we have selected, and this is the basic template that is coming. If you selected blank, then blank template will come here.
Okay.
Okay, we can also type the subject test campaign. Based on the campaign types, these templates are coming. Okay, we can change the color like this.
And logos automatically it will come, or
No, no, we
company
have to
logo.
change the logo.
Logo also have to. Okay.
Yeah, we can change the logo. We can add the like for the logo. This is the image URL. Okay, we can change it from here, and also like text, we can change it by clicking on this. You can change the text. So, and we can describe all the jobs that are part of a recruiting campaigns. Okay, is it clear now? Hello, Madhu. Hello, Madhu. You there?
Hello.
Yes, Madhu.
Yeah, Sri. Through laptop, I am unable to connect. Just I log in again mobile.
Okay. So you are able to see the screen, right?
Yes, yes. Create campaign email.
Yeah. Okay. So this is all about campaign emails. So any doubt on that?
No, no, it's clear.
Okay. Second topic is candidate pools. Okay. So we will
But
tease first. Yeah.
this all are recording only, right? It's recording, right?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, okay. Because that logo part, I missed that one.
Mhm.
Fine, fine. I can look for again after that.
Candidate pools, like first topic is second topic is candidate tool pools. Under candidate pools we will first set up a candidate pool and then candidate pool process phase and status, like we will see. So like what is a candidate pool? Okay, so basically candidate pool is like where a candidate, so the recruiters and hiring managers can group candidates and manage sourcing activities for a current or a future job positions and that they will potentially fill. Okay, so they can just group a candidates in one candidate pool and they can use it, that pool, for a future jobs or any other jobs that they are looking for in future. Okay, to set up like a candidate pool, we need a candidate pool process. Okay, which provides the framework to progress candidates through the sourcing life cycle. Okay, whether we can how they will be sourced in the ORC and what will be like the steps and all. So we can have to select or we have to set up one process for the candidate pools. Okay, to ensure like this ensures candidates are engaged with the organization even if they are not in actively involved in a hiring effort. Okay, so this means that this ensures like they are a part of the organization hiring process even if they are not itself from itself a candidate is not making any effort in the hiring or they are not applying for a job, but they can still a part of a hiring process for an organization. Okay, so you can we can create a candidate pool process to match the your internal business processes. Okay, this includes adding, removing, renaming and reordering the various phase and states that the pool members will go through. And we can also create multiple candidate pool processes, but not only one candidate pool process can be active at a uh, like we can create multiple pool processes at the same time, but only one will be activated at the same time. More than one pool will not be able to activate. Okay,
Okay.
so two candidate pool processes are provided with the ORC. First one is candidate pool process template, CPP template. So this process cannot be made active. Okay, we can, however, duplicate this process to create our own candidate pool process, and this process contains predefined phases and states. We cannot customize this. Okay, so another one is CPP default, like default candidate pool process. So this process is a copy of the candidate pool process template. It contains the same predefined phase and states. This process is provided so that there is an active process in new environments. We cannot make any modification to this process as I told you because it is already active. So you can use the process for your candidate pools. And we can also make it inactive if you want to use your own process instead. Okay, we can also use the custom process and we can inactivate this default candidate pool process. Okay, so main steps that are involved to set up a candidate pool is like first of all we will define the candidate pool process properties, and then we will create some fields instead of the process, and then after last one is we will activate the candidate pool process.
Okay.
So we will first define it. Where is the task candidate? I think some nexus issue is there. I'm not able to
Mhm.
see the task in the list. Give me a minute.
So I think there is one access issue, like this task was not enabled. Okay, I'm not able to see that task. Maybe tomorrow I can show you.
Okay.
Okay, but I can like tell you verbally like what are the steps and all, so that you must be aware of all these steps to configure the candidate pool. Okay, so there is one task under recruiting and candidate experience, recruiting candidate experience management. Here is the task, say candidate pool management process configuration here. Okay, so on that we have an option called create. Okay, we will create the process. Okay, enter process properties such as process type, name, code, and description of the process, and then we'll click on save and continue. Okay, after that we will create the phases and states. Once you have entered process property information, the detailed page of the candidate pool process is displayed. Like this is where we can add the phases and states for the candidate pool process. Phase and state but we will be what will be the phase, what will be the state and all. Okay, so all phases includes the terminal states rejected by employer and the withdrawn by candidate. Okay, like all the phases include like what will be the end of this phase. Okay, if we are not hiring this particular candidate, then we can reject it or we can add like withdrawn by candidate. Okay, so in the phase
Okay.
section we can click on create, enter the name of the or the description of the phase. In the state section we can also create to add a state to the phase. So when we type the name of the new state, a list of existing state names is suggested to facilitate the reuse of existing name across processes. This existing states will come from the candidate selection process that are already present in the system. Okay, so we can change the order of states using the up and down arrows, and we can after finally we can click on save and close to continue. Okay, so repeat this all the 4 to 5 steps if you want more than one states in the particular phase. Okay, and then after that finally click on save and close. Now activate the process. So once the candidate pool process is ready, we can activate it so it can be used by recruiters, and when they create candidate pools on that. So on the candidate pool management process configuration page, click the candidate pool process and edit the process properties and change the status field from inactive to active. So candidate pool will be now activated in the system.
Okay.
So these are the phases and state. Basically, the might be a like it's a standard one. Okay, so the candidate pool management process provides the framework to progress pool members through a sourcing life cycle to ensure they were engaged with the organization if they are even if they are not involved in a hiring effort. So the candidate pool process consists of a series of phase and state that we have already seen, like how to configure the phase and state in the candidate pool process. Okay, so recruiters move the pool members like candidates from one phase to another because hiring they need some steps, right? Some phases and states how they will move from one step to another. So that's why we consider phases and states in the candidate pool process. Okay, so the process is not sequential, like pool members can go back and forth between phases and states. Okay, and the table list of the state and provides are provided as default candidate selection process. So first one is not contacted. Under not contacted there are multiple states like new, needs attention, rejected by employer, and withdraw by candidate. So as I told you in the previous slide also, the all the phases or states will have the terminal like termination states, rejected by employer and withdraw by candidate. Okay, so second phase is needs attention, meets qualification, rejected by employer like this. And then after that third one is the engaged, and the fourth one is the nurture. Okay, need attentions, ready to be placed now, ready in 6 months, ready in 12 months like this. Okay,
Okay.
so this is how we can configure a candidate pool process. Okay, let me check it on this side from here if I will access the task or not. Okay, candidate pool management process configuration. Okay, so we can click on create, name and test pool process. Save and continue. Okay, so as soon as I click on, so pages are now available. We can add face. Okay, like new, and we will click on. So by default, as you can see, rejected by employer and withdrawn by candidate is there. Okay,
Okay.
to be reviewed. Click on save and close. Another phase we can create. Second step, interviews. Save and close. Okay, edit process properties, and we can active from here. Save and close. Okay, so as I told, like only one process will be activated at the same time. So it is saying that only it to activate this, it will activate this process and we will make the inactive the previous one. So as you can see, it makes the another one inactive, and our process is now activated in the system. Okay, so
So
this
only
is the
one
can.
it will activate.
Yeah, yeah, only one will be activated at the same time.
Okay.
So now recruiting agencies, okay. So why we need recruiting agencies and what are the recruiting agencies in the ORC? So basically, in real time scenario also, we every organization have some vendors or recruiting agencies to hire candidates. Okay, so organizations hires in two types, like directly they open a position, or their recruiters contact the candidates directly, okay, from the organization only. And the second one is recruiters or the hiring team reach out to the vendors, recruiting agencies. Okay, so they say that, like, we have this list of openings in the organization, so please recommend the candidate. So now recruiting agencies will start viewing the list from the Naukri, LinkedIn, or wherever, and they will recommend the candidate, and they can send the data of the listed candidates to the organization to be interviewed. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so under this, we will first see agency hiring overview. So agency hiring is designed to allow recruiters to invite agents. Okay, so agency for recruiting agencies will consist of two things. First one is agency, and the second one is agents. Okay, so agency hiring is designed to allow recruiters to invite agents to submit candidates that they manage to apply on requisitions. So, like, the administrator create a recruiting agency and associates one or more recruiting agents to it. First point is this. Okay, recruiter will not create agency or agents. They can only attach agency or agents to the requisition. They will not create it. Administrator will create the recruiting agents and as well as recruiting agencies. Okay, the recruiter creates a job requisition, select recruiting agents, and send them an invitation to submit candidate for the job. Another one is agent receive the invitation by email, so they access the agency portal where they can view details about job requisitions. They scan through candidates in the agency portal talent section and submit candidate for the job. Okay. The fourth one is candidate receives an email notifying them that their profile was submitted for the job. They view the job details and apply for the job. Okay. So now recruiting agents go to the agency portal referral section to know how candidates referred are progressing. Okay. So basically agents can track the progress state of the candidates that they have referred into the organization through agency portal. So agency portal is nothing, it's a fusion only. Okay, there is no another portal like this. So whenever we will create some agents into the system, so system will give them some access. They will create the user account of those agents, and by using those credentials, agents can log into our fusion system. So not all access they have, they will only have access on to only 2 pages or 3 pages on the fusion environment, oracle fusion environment. Other than, no access will be there, and those 3 pages will be related to their recruiting agencies. Okay, no other access or no other screens will be displayed to the agents.
Okay.
Yeah, so recruiting agents go to the agency portal referral section and like say how they are processing. The recruiters goes back to the job requisition and views the list of job applications. So like there are some of the candidates that are referred by the agent. So the recruiter can go back to the job application and there is a one unique identifier, like how to identify that this particular candidate is referred by agent. So there is one logo. If a candidate is referred by agent, then logo will be displayed about besides like with the candidate name. Okay. So agency portal. So this is the portal that I am discussing about. This is the access that they will get once we create the account of the agents into the system. Okay, so recruiting agents have access to an agency portal which provides a common area to manage their interactions with the job requisitions. The agency portal is organized into 4 areas. First one is invitation. So these 4 pages they will have the access. Other than these 4 pages, they will not have any other access into the Fusion environment. Okay, so first one is invitation. So whenever a recruiter will attach them to a job requisition, okay, there one email will be triggered or one notification will be triggered from the system to their email IDs, agents email IDs, saying like you are invited to this job. Okay, so please refer some candidates for this job. Okay, so this invitation they will get on the email address as well as they will also get on the agency portal, and whenever they will log in they can see this invitation and submit the candidate for the required submission. Okay, talent means, okay, agent can add all the list of candidates. Okay, so under talent they can just only create a candidate profile, they cannot submit or create a job application of a profile candidate. They can only just create a person profile, okay, of a candidate under talent, and they can have a recruiter, oh sorry, agents can create their pool or the candidate, whatever they can talent pool they can create under talent section, and they can have a list of all the candidates that they are looking to refer to the organization. Okay, so referrals means agent can view candidates that they referred and their status, real-time status, and the list of candidates that they refer to a job. And the last one is job applications. Agent can view job applications for talent sourced by their agency. So basically, when a recruiter will convert that referred candidate into job application, so agents can see the job application status and job application details on that page. Okay. So we will create a recruiting agency and agents. under source candidates, recruiting agencies. Okay, we can add agency name like test agency. Referral type is, so here there are two types: referral type, person specific, job specific. First one is person specific. Whenever we will select the person specific referral type, okay, as you can see, there one field is enabled exclusivity length. Okay, so referral type person specific means, okay, we will get the referral based on the person job. Okay, so on which job that person is applying for a job in the organization. So it doesn't matter. Once the person is placed in the organization, I will get my commission from the organization. Okay, but for this we have to set the length, how like at till what time period that agent have the exclusivity right or agency have the rights. Okay, so 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, like this. Okay, so and another one is job specific. Job specific means the agents have referred this candidate for some one job, so only for that, if the candidate is hired for that particular job, so only for that job they will get a commission. Okay, so job specific, main contact test person, contact type like transactional contingent retainer. So this will doesn't make any effect on the portals. Okay, this is only used for the reporting purpose, so we can select any one of them, or it is not required, we can also keep it blank. Agency email, so we can type the like whosoever is the main person from the agency, we can add his email id. Okay, so test uh, okay, so this will not create any this will not trigger any emails to the agents or this email id. Okay, so this email id is just for the reference or the reporting purpose. And whenever
Okay.
I will click on this create job application on behalf of candidate, so this means that if I will click on this checkbox, so this means that I am giving access to the agents to create a job application, okay, on behalf of candidate. If I will untick this checkbox, so this means that I'm not I have not created any of them. Okay, so agents cannot create the job applications, they can only create candidate profiles, and they will submit the candidate profile, and candidates will receive the email and they can convert their profiles into job application. So basically agents will don't have access to create a job application of a candidate.
Okay.
Okay, nodes and
Yeah, got it.
addresses, like basically we can add address, test address, save and close. Okay, test agency, we can open it. Under test agencies we can create agents, so we can type test agent, email id of the agent, job family for which jobs that agent is responsible for. Okay, so it is not a mandatory, we will not select, then by default all jobs are they are eligible. Okay, and also responsible location. Okay, so this is not a location of the agent, so this is the location for which agent is responsible for hiring. Okay, so I will select
Okay.
India and the address of the agent. We'll click on save and close. So now whenever I click on save and close, system will create a user account of the agent, and the agent can access the portal and start referring the candidates and all. Okay,
Okay.
so these all are the details of these candidates that we have. Okay, so there are some of the functionalities changes we can done at the enterprise level for the recruiting agencies. Okay, so these are, I will show you under recruiting and candidate experience management, enterprise recruiting and agency hiring, edit. Okay, so these are the data. So hide candidate data. So there are something like where company don't want to show all the candidate data to the agents. Okay, so that means, and that means hide candidate data means only some specific fields will be visible to agents for the candidates, and other fields are will be hidden for the agents. Okay, they will not have access to those fields. Second one is
Okay.
allow internal candidate search. So basically, if on from the agent portal, they can search our internal employees also. Agents can search the internal employees also. And the third one is enable agent actions. So enable agent actions are basically agent can withdraw the application, okay, cancel the application, cancel the offer letter, withdraw the offer letter from their side also. If you will take this checkbox, then agent will have the additional access, and they can apply, reject, okay, cancel, or on hold. Like these options will be available for the agents for the candidates. User categories, by default there will be a multiple user categories under security console. So these are the user category, default one is there. Okay, and agent role we can select which one by default role will be assigned to those agents. Okay, so these all are the actions that can agent will perform. Okay, uh, if we will click on this enable agent actions, allow internal candidate search. Okay, that's it from the recruiting agencies. Any doubts on recruiting agencies?
No, Sri, as of now.
Okay, so now is candidate referrals. We can collect some candidate referral information using some custom fields that Oracle have not given, but we can create some custom fields on our own. So when flex fields are like when so we can create flex fields to allow recruiter, agency users, and employees to enter additional information while referring a candidate for a job. Okay, so when these fields are flex fields are configured, okay, so recruiters can view those fields in prospect records or a job application in a section called refer and additional info, and recruiter can update the refer additional info of a prospect or a job application even if they wanted to. Okay, the edit icon is available. So in the agency portal, when agents select the action submit candidate with additional info, they can see the flex fields in the referral info section and provide info to those fields. Employees who refer employees or candidates for a job, they can view the flex field information under me, current job, and referrals. So to enable this feature, we have to create a referral flex field, then use the flex fields to create rules. Okay, so first of all, we will create the flex fields. We go to source candidate and click on referral descriptive flex fields. Okay, we'll edit it. We'll click on add and we can add test referral field. Data type we will select character. I will select the text box. Okay, so that recruiter or agency can add anything that they wanted to add for this referral. Click on save and close. Click on save and close. Okay, we have added the details. This is the HM Design Experience Studio. Okay, we'll enable it. So we'll to deploy the changes, we have to click on deploy flex field. So it is deploying the changes. It is deployed. Click on OK and click on done. These are the but now we will create a rule to enable those flex fields on the pages. So we have to enable the sandbox for that. Test sandbox. Create and enter. It will go to Experience Design Studio. So we will look for a page that where we want to enable the flex fields. Refer. Okay, refer a candidate. Recruiting refer a candidate page. Create a rule. Okay, referral descriptive flex fields. Okay, as you can see, test referral field is now coming here. Okay, we'll click on done. So that field will be basically visible and we can click on visible. So now this field will be visible to this section, referral descriptive flex field, on this page, refer a candidate page. Okay, any
Okay.
doubts?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. So now geography hierarchies. Okay, so how we can enable the geography hierarchies in the system. Okay, we will see how to create the geography hierarchy and all. So to we will this is the last topic for our today's agenda.
But
We'll take
geography
some.
hierarchy, core HR people they will do, right?
Yeah, they will
No.
do, but we will configure it. Okay, for ORC. Okay, so basically, there are some multiple locations. Like we will offer the locations. Okay, work location and all. There might be
Mm,
some different in ORC. Okay, so basically,
okay.
yeah, core HR will do, but it's part of ORC implementation. So that's why we are seeing it.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So, Madhu, we will take a 5 to 10 minutes break, and after that we will start it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
sure. We can take 10 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah. We can meet at 8:10. Okay.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Okay, Madhu.
Thank you.
Okay, we will start geography hierarchies now. Okay, so a geography hierarchy is a business object that defines a limited universe of geographies, organization, and parent-child relationship. Okay, so Oracle Fusion Cloud Recruiting use geography managed in HCM. Okay, as we have discussed, like it's HCM part only, which typically exists in large numbers. To simplify the use of geography, two additional configurations related to geographies are available. First one is geography hierarchical structure, and another one is geography hierarchies. Okay, so we will
Okay,
see in the ORC what additional setups are required. And the geography hierarchy structure defines the structure of geography levels from which a geography hierarchy can be built. Okay, so like we can define a specific level. From this level we can pick the geography or we can build the geography in the ORC. Okay, it also defines the geography levels to be used when searching using location in areas such as job search and the candidate search. Okay, so from which job level or from which location level we have to start searching the requisitions or a candidate. Okay, so to configure
okay,
geography hierarchy structure in the setup and maintenance, we can go to recruiting and candidate experience management, setup and maintenance. Okay, geography hierarchy structure. Okay, so the geography hierarchy structure page lists the current structure of all the countries available within TC geographies. If a new country is added to TC geographies, it's automatically displayed in a geography hierarchy structure page. Okay, so these are the all the geography structures that are available for all the countries in the fusion system. Okay, if you will open any of them, so level 1 they will ask from where it will start. Okay, so the geography hierarchy structure can have a maximum of three levels. The topmost level represent the country. For each country, a maximum of two geography sublevels can be defined. Okay, so it is not necessary to define sublevels for a country. You can define one sublevel, two sublevel, or none. If a geography structure is not defined for a country, the list of locations presented to candidates when they search for a job in the career site only includes the country with no sublevels. Also, it is not possible to add geographies other than the country in a geography hierarchy. This means that if these levels are not configured for, suppose, for example, Afghanistan, okay, so when candidate will search the jobs on the external portal, so they will only see Afghanistan. They will not see enter Afghanistan at which city, at which state it is now posted. Okay, so we can
okay,
configure like this also. We cannot there's an option. Okay, we can configure without level 1 and level 2, but we have to like it's if it is we are not configuring this level 1 and level 2, then only candidate can see only the country name. Okay,
okay,
so this is the example of like how the hierarchy structure should be. So suppose country is United States and level 2 is state and level 2 is city. For Canada, it should be province level 1, and second one is city. So using geography hierarchies and geography hierarchy structure. So the geography hierarchy structure is used in the following recruiting features. First one is geography hierarchies within a country. Only geography corresponding to one of the geography hierarchy structure levels of the country can be added to the hierarchy. Okay. Job search. Under job search, it is used when candidates are searching for a job on and selecting a location. Only location corresponding to one of the geography hierarchy structure levels can be selected. So on the career portal there is a filter called location. Okay, under that location all the that we will configure will come here under the location filter. And the candidate search, when recruiters are searching for candidates and selecting a location, only locations corresponding to one of the geography hierarchy structure levels can be selected. So as a best practice, the geography hierarchy should include only those locations where hiring activities occur, such as cities with physical offices, including only relevant locations, help recruiter and managers to more easily select the desired locations when performing recruiting tasks. So it means that wherever our working location is, so it is recommended to select only those locations, else recruiter, candidate, and itself manager will be confused when they are searching for candidates or jobs on the external portals which location they have to select. Because for India, suppose our organization are only operational in Bangalore, okay, other than no city. But so we have, it's recommended, we have the option to add other cities also, but it is recommended to add only Bangalore only, because it is of no use, because we will not post the jobs on any other cities, right? Because our work location is in Bangalore only. So it is of no use to include other cities. It will only create a mess for the recruiters and the candidates also.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, edit a structure, any country name, as I show you, like the geography structure window opens. Then we have to select a desired level. Okay, select one and two and click on OK. So suppose for India, it's already selected city and postal code. Okay, level one will be city and level two will be postal code. So ideally it should be first one state and then be city, like this. So country, level 1 state and level 2 city, like this. Okay.
Okay.
So deactivating countries in geography hierarchy structure. So you can deactivate countries in the geography hierarchy structure to prevent those countries from being available throughout recruiting. Okay. So reason for deactivating those countries are, when we deactivate the countries, okay, it will stop reflecting on the list of values to the recruiters, candidates, as well as managers on the ORC. Okay, so
Okay.
deactivating countries from the geography hierarchy structure prevent these countries from being used in geography hierarchies, but also remove these countries from areas defining available geography based on the geography hierarchy structure directly, as I told you. So when you deactivate country, you can activate it again to add it back to the geography structure. Changes you make to the countries of a geographic structure do not impact the currently active geography hierarchy structure. So it means that if we have deactivated any of the country, we can make it active again, and it will not make any effect on the existing geography hierarchy structure. Okay, it will add it as it is, that it was added previously before deactivating it. Okay, so but there is one like restrictions. We cannot create or we cannot enable our new hierarchy structure which contains an inactive countries. Okay, we have to first activate the countries and then we have to enable the geography hierarchy structures. So when you
Mm.
deactivate countries, you should activate a new geography hierarchy to avoid having inactive countries in the current geography hierarchies. Otherwise, there could be a situation where candidate would experience inconsistent behaviors where they search for jobs using location which will return never return any results. So it is recommended, like whenever we will deactivate countries, we should activate a new geography structure for our recruiting. So from here we can active inactivate the country. Okay, just click on the country name, and from status we can inactivate the country name, and it will stop reflecting on any of the pages from the ORC. Okay, now geography hierarchy. A geography hierarchy represent a universe of locations. Okay, so recruiters typically hire candidates in the same area and therefore post job requisitions in the same set of locations. To facilitate the selection of the appropriate location, when recruiter creates job requisition, the recruiting administrator can define a geography hierarchy. So from where we will define the geography hierarchy, this is the structure. Okay, now we will see the geography hierarchies. Just underscore. Okay, start on activation. We can add the levels. So India. Okay, add sub levels. Okay, under India, I'm just adding city. So based on our selection, like what will be the level one and level two. So city and postal code we have selected. So that's why city and postal code is coming. Okay.
Okay. So based on the job requirement, we can give this the geography
Yeah, yeah,
locations,
yeah.
right?
Okay. So under India, these two locations are added.
Okay.
So as you can see, we have already created this structure. And if you want to change your structure, then we have to first go to geography structure and change the structure, and then we have to commit to here. After this, you can click on save and continue, activate. Okay, we can duplicate and we can update the geography names from here. Okay, the job requisition and job requisition template. When recruiter select the primary location and other locations of the job requisition, only values from current active geography hierarchies can be selected. Okay, so all the values that we have selected from here, only these values now will come on the job requisition while creating a job requisition. Okay.
So the duplicate means already if anything same location it will show, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, so this we have already done, create a geography hierarchy. So displaying the current location filters values in candidate search. Okay, so consider this info to like ensure the location filter is showing the correct locations. So when the geography hierarchy structure of a country is modified, run the load and index TCA geography schedule process for that country. So this is one of the another schedule process that we run for the Oracle Recruiting Cloud in the system. So when we define geography hierarchy structure of a country, do not use postal codes. Postal code are not supported in Fusion Cloud Recruiting. Okay, the location filter cannot work without the level 2, okay, or state code field populated in core HR. So the town or city field in the core HR tables is ready only when the state code is field is populated. So no location will be indexed for candidates that do not have a state populated in the address. So these are the recommendations that Oracle is giving, okay, to use the location filters correctly. Okay, so they are saying like do not use the postal codes on the second level. Okay, instead of that use the states, and after that only the based on the state, once the state value is populated, only based the correct values for the town will be populated in the system. Okay, so here's an
Okay.
example like the Saudi Arabia location is not displayed in the location filter. This means that the custom system was configured to work on the text and reporting address format, and here's how to fix the issue. So we have to first define the geography validation for Saudi Arabia and set the address style as Saudi Arabia text and reporting address format. And we have to first create the correct mapping, govern it to city and region to state. And we have to after that we have to run the load and index schedule process, create a candidate or edit an existing one and add the address now. So now it will allow to add the address on the candidate search filter or the requisition filter. Okay.
Okay.
So this is
Okay.
all from the geography hierarchies and today's agenda. We have covered all the topics for today, and there are only now three topics left in the Oracle Recruiting Cloud. Okay, out of them, I think we can cover one more today, and after that, tomorrow might be a last class. We will first cover two topics, and after that, we will see one end-to-end testing of Oracle Recruiting Cloud. Okay, and after that, if you have any doubts in the whole recruiting cloud session or module, we can discuss some questions. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So now the next topic is that we will cover, we can currently cover is HCM Experience Design Studio. As you have also seen some in the some of the sessions, I have used those that functionality. Okay, so that functionality is basically used when we want to enable any field on or any of the Oracle Recruiting Cloud page. Okay, we want to disable any field. Okay, we want to hide it. Okay, or we want to make mandatory any section or any field on the Oracle Recruiting Cloud page. So suppose create offer. When we are creating the offer, okay, so we want to hide any field or we want to make available or we want to make it mandatory. So we have to do it using an HCM Design Experience Studio. So what we will do, we can just click on setup, sorry, not setup and maintenance. Sorry.
Means that's mandate, or without that also we can enable. Not right
No, no, we have to enable it from there only.
there only. Okay.
Yeah. Edit pages, activate a sandbox. Okay, I will enter this test sandbox test. Go to HTML Experience Design Studio. We'll search for recruiting pages and post create and edit job offer. Okay, so I will create one
Okay.
rule. Okay, I will add name, description. Okay, here, and I can now create multiple rules. So suppose we are hiring we have two operational unit. One is India business unit and another is US business unit. Okay, so we can create two rules. First one is for India legal employer and another one is for the US legal employer. Okay, so whenever India legal employer logins create a offer letter, okay, so another field will be populated, and whenever US legal employer creates a offer letter, then another field will be populated. So this form we can make it as a contextualized. Okay, we can make it consider based on the role name, legal employer, action, business unit, recruiting type, and the country. Okay, so here there are the sections where we can these are the sections. If we click on required, so this particular section contract info is mandatory. Okay, so under this we can, if we make it not required, and we have an option to make it visible and not visible. Okay, so these are the sections that we can configure it as a required, visible, or not visible. Okay, so these are the sections that we can make it required. The whole section, and one section may consist multiple fields. Okay, so when we make it as a required, then whole section will be mandatory for that person. So under this section we have, so suppose contract info. Under contract info, these details are, these attributes are available. Now we can make it these we have two options else to make it mandatory section only, or we can make it fields available like required, not required, like this, and visible, not visible also, hide and hide like this. Okay, so this is from the personalization. Whenever we have to personalize, we have to customize our form, we have to enable the section, we have to disable the section, we can do this. And the sections that are grayed out here, it means that it's mandatory. We cannot customize these sections, we cannot hide those sections. Oracle have already customized it, and we don't have any access to customize those sections. Okay, any doubts on this?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, clear. So this is, I think this is all from today's session. We have covered all the topics that we have thought about. Like today we will cover these topics, and we have also covered one more topic for today's agenda. So only two or three topics are left. We will cover it tomorrow, and after that we will see one end-to-end test case for ORC.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any questions? If